Yo guys, it's Phantom Armor coming to you guys with a new video. Yeah, I know, some cool shit, right? So today we're going to show you Raigeki Bottle the deck. I'm just shitting you. I'm not playing that shit. I'm probably gonna pick that up. That's actually a nice ulti. But anyways, we are playing a variant of Traptrix. I call it +1. It's actually Traptrix, Greydle, Performage. And it's a deck that is meant to +1 as hard as possible. There's just some cards that I want to play, but don't have or don't have the room for, so I'm just going to point those out later. So, first off, we are playing Triple Mermello, Double Diania. This is the Traptrix component. These guys are all pretty legit, just because of all, like, the shit they can do. Because Diania can bring back Mermello, pop a card, or Diania can bring back Diania. And yeah, and then Mermello just pluses you 1, and this card pluses you 2. And then when you can make an XYZ, it's just +1, so. Yeah. So, as long as you have Mermello and Grave, a lot of the times you will be winning because of Diania. So, opening Mermello is like the most vital part of this deck. You need to open one. Almost always. And then to support that engine, we're playing the Performages, one of each. So, double damage juggler, double hat tricker, one trick clown, or as Dejman Johnson likes to call them, double damage juggler, double trick clown, and one hat tricker. I don't know, he messed up on the names. That was pretty funny though. So, anyways, like these guys are all pretty good. Of course, the Greydle part we play split, so these three can really work for split. By the way, I got this off of idea of a friend of mine named John. It was a really cool idea. He was playing Performage and Magic Specters over the. He was playing more Performage like Plushfire, and he was playing playing Magic Specters over the Traptrix, or I think he was playing a minimal Traptrix engine. And I'm playing a very more trap heavy variant, so that's like kind of the difference between ours. But I chose to make my Performage lineup much less like smaller, just so that I wouldn't need like. I don't want to draw like multiple damage juggler, multiple trick clown, or multiple hat tricker. So this is what I played, and if you ever draw multiple hat tricker, it's fine, because in this deck you can make, if you make Amaterasu, you practically win. So like the point of all these guys is just to speed up your Traptrix engine, and honestly just to get very push and aggressive plays, and also +1 you off of split. So because split's one of the best cards in the deck. Moving on to the Greydles, we're playing Triple Alligator, Double Eagle, and 1 Slime. I don't want to play Cobra because we already have the Clowns to sack off Split, and also the Mermellos if we need to. So I didn't really want to play that. And then we play Slime because it can make us Greydle Dragon, and also it can recycle the whole engine with this one card, so that's pretty cool. So, like, it just recuperates so much advantage. So every time you split, you go for this, and either Alligator or Eagle. A lot of the time just Eagle, because you can sink 8 and then make Dragon. I'll show you the combo. It's pretty legit. Dragon's like one of the best rank 8 or level 8 synchros I think I've ever seen. Like even it's probably better than Scarlet Rose. Probably not better than Omega, but this card's still pretty busted. So, anyways, so say you split these two out, and you have an impact. You're gonna activate, or let's just move all this aside. So you're gonna sink these 2 for 8, summon Greydle Dragon. Impact effect, you're gonna sack your Greydle Dragon, take control of, or pop an opponent's card. Effect of Greydle Dragon, bring back your Eagle. I think you have to have another level 3 engrave for this, actually. I'm pretty sure you have to. Then you use Slime effect, sack off these 2. And then from here on, you're gonna use Eagle effect, steal your opponent's monster, Slime effect, get back Alligator or Dragon if you want to, and then either protect your monster with protect like your what is it called, protect the monster you stole by making Spark or Stardust, or just simply summon this back and then just float on that. So that's like really cool. So I'm definitely an optimist of that, so that's why I'm playing that. You should definitely be playing these. I think Slime's like one of the best Greydles. So besides Dragon, and so yeah, it's just such a good card, and I would not play it. Like I would play it for over almost anything else. I didn't play 2 because you don't actually want to draw this card. You just kind of want to. If you can search it when you're ready, or you can just summon it off a split, which is also an option. And then, I guess I'll move the camera back now. And then the last card is 1 DD Warrior Lady, because this deck actually, it's really good against what is it called? That deck. Oh my god, it's hurting my brain. All the pendulum decks, so Magicians and Pepe, and it's okay against Magic Spectres. Not the best, because the Greydles actually can't do very much. But, you know, you just make Dragon and Pop their skills. But the point of this guy is just so you can beat Cosmo. And also, if you make this plus Amaterasu, like, there's no reason you should be losing that game. Just being able to, like, so you summon this card, it's banished, you summon this card, it banishes something, you Amaterasu it back in the battle phase, because you can do that, that's pretty cool, right? You attack into something else, banishes itself. On your turn, detach a material, get this back to on your opponent's turn, detach a material, get this back to your hand. And if that Amaterasu survives, you can normal summon this again, crash this into something else, banish it, and then summon it again. Which is like, what the hell? Why would you not play this card? So, I feel like this card's really cool. I don't play a Roto with it, but it's just still, like, such a good card. And, like, it's supposed to fill the slot of the last Greydle, and that's kind of what it's meant for. And I don't want to play an extra Greydle or Eagle, or an extra Cobra or Eagle or Slime, so I was like, DD Warrior Lady. I was just looking through my binder and I found this card, and I was like, this card's pretty chill. So, I wanted to play TG Striker originally, but then I found out the card isn't that great. So, I just wanted to make Synchros. So then we're playing Triple Impact, because Impact's pretty good. Pretty powerful card. Just search everything. Double Pot of Duality, because Pot of Duality is pretty chill too. We don't special summon that much in this deck outside of the Performages, so these guys just help us. Double Instant Fusion, because Instant Fusion is pretty cool. I don't know. This card's like really powerful when it's set up. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to set it up. Because if you have Instant Fusion plus Impact and a Greydle, like a Greydle Alligator Engrave, you can just push for so much advantage off that. And if you have a level 4 in hand, you can just do even more. So that's pretty cool. Originally I was gonna play either 3 Instant Fusion or 3 Pot of Duality, but I opted for a Foolish Burial. So, because there's like a lot of targets in this deck. Like you can send Mermello if you have a dead Diania. You can send Slime or any other Performages besides Hat Tricker, and you get any Performage. So this card's like any Performage, Slime. If you have it set up and you haven't seen a split yet, then like you kind of have to Foolish it sometimes. So, or Mermello, which is like it's less optimal because you want to see Mermello like half the time. So next we're playing Triple Phoenix Chain, because this card is super legit, and yeah, it's a pretty cool card. And we're playing Double Mirror Force because this card's chill. It's only not good against Magic Spectres, and it's okay against Cosmo. But otherwise, like, this card is like really good against Pepe, pretty good against Pepe, and it's pretty good against Magicians. Like, I wouldn't play Storming over this or anything, but, you know, like, no, like, I wouldn't play Storming just because Storming, it gets it all into their hand. So the Magicians, you'd rather have them in your hand than anything. So, that's why. And if your opponent has Apex, then it doesn't matter which one you have. And I'm not playing Blazing, because I found a lot of the time you can't actually resolve the Blazing. Because in this deck, you take a lot of damage because you crash your Greydles and your DD Warrior Lady, so. I even tested it, it really doesn't work. Double Split, this card's pretty cool. I kind of want to play 3, because this card's, like, really good. So yeah, like, this card's, like, the centerpiece of the deck. If you open this plus a Mermello, you should be winning. Honestly, like, it's just that straightforward. You should, unless your opponent pops this, you should be winning. So, like, I don't like how you have to use it on your main phase, but I don't know. Otherwise, this card's, like, really good. And it's searchable through Impact. But it's a very slow card past turn 1, so you have to make sure you optimize this card correctly. Then one Call of the Haunted to make Split live. I don't know how much I like this card, just because we don't actually play Cobra, so this card is dead when you have a Greydle Engrave, unless it's on your turn and you activate it, summon, and then attack. Or if you bring back a Traptrix. Otherwise, it's kind of dead. Or if you're bringing back a Clown to make Amaterasu or whatever. But otherwise, this card doesn't do very much. And a lot of the time, you don't really want to be bringing back clowns, even Trick Clown. Like, you don't want to be bringing that back, really, unless you absolutely have to. I'm supposed to set an example. If you got that reference, I love you. Like, actually, you're, like, the best fan ever. If we have fans. Like, it's only really good with the Traptrix. Like, it's only ever optimal with the Traptrix, and that's like the problem with this card. I think I'm gonna cut this for the third split, but I don't know. Still a pretty chill card. Then for the trap holes, we play one of each of these guys. So this card's pretty cool. So bottomless, it's just like bottomless is bottomless. Why wouldn't you play bottomless? Nightmare. So as I was saying before the video rudely cut itself, we were playing Traptrix Nightmare because it's really good against Pepe, really good against Magicians, and really, like, it's okay against Magic Specters, but you can stop them when they pendulum summon them, so that's why we play this shit. One time space because it can kill pendulums, and that's pretty cool. I kind of want to play second if I got a second, but I don't know. I like Deep Dark right now, so because this card can't stop all summons, which is kind of the problem. Because you can't stop, like, Cosmos summons, and that's kind of a problem, so. And then Deep Dark, because it stops Cosmos summons. And also, if your opponent Pendulum summons, like, multiple monsters, you don't have to lose life. Like, I found a lot of the time against Pendulum decks, I couldn't resolve multiple time spaces, or your opponent would just play around your second time space, knowing, if your opponent knew you had a time space, and used a time space, like, earlier for 4K, and your opponent knew you had a time space, they might pendulum for 5 so that you can't use your time space, which is like kind of an issue. So I don't know, like I would definitely keep like I don't know. I wanted to keep a variety just so that if I needed any one of them, I could search them. Like of course, if you're playing against Yosenju, you actually should like these are all really bad. I'd probably side 3 trap holes for Yosenju. I'm not even kidding. That matchup is actually really hard. I'm not, like, I shit you not, that matchup is probably your hardest matchup because your Greydles can't connect to anything, and your impacts can only hit back row, and same with your DD Warrior Lady, can only hit, like, it doesn't really hit anything, and it's, like, it's just such an awful matchup, and a lot of the time they don't have anything on the board for you to make a Greydle Dragon over, and also, like, your Performages don't do anything over empty boards, and, like, the only thing that is good are the Traptrix, and you need all of these to make the Traptrix do good stuff, and only this one's good. Like, otherwise you're, like, it's actually your hardest matchup. So, luckily, there's, like, no Yosenju at my locals, so I guess we're doing something right. And then finally, Torrential Solemn, and the one and only Vanities. So, yeah. Moving into the extra deck, we're playing Double Norden. I don't know why I said it like that, but Double Norden. Because Norden's pretty chill. It just summon it, get another dude, go in. And also, if you make a Abyss Roller with Norden in this deck, all your waters actually gain 500, which means your Greydles are actually much bigger. You have 2k Eagles and 10k alligators, as well as 35k dragons, so this card's pretty legit. I'm playing one Stardust, because Stardust can stop Wavering Eyes. Spark, because it can do stuff too. It can protect like your fields, which is really important. Like a lot of the time I just make this over like 4 back row, because then you can just protect the back row, which is really interesting. So yeah. And then one Scrap, I don't know how much I like this card. I'm probably going to cut it for the second Greydle Dragon. The only reason I'm really playing Scrap is just so that you can pop Eagles and get their effects, or pop Murmellos and then normal summon Dianeas and then get those back. It's like to fix like dead cards, but honestly, like a lot of the time you'll never be popping an Eagle with this card because you can do the same thing with Slime. And Dragon is just a much better card. Like Dragon, if you don't know what this guy does, it takes 1 Aqua Tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. So when it's Synchro Summon, you destroy cards on the you target cards on the field. Target card your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters used for the synchro. So that's going to be 2 every time, so you can pop both scales. Then you destroy them, and if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, which can be your own, so it can trigger off Slime, and it doesn't miss timing. You can target 1 other water monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. So that's why this card's really cool. So yeah, you can sack this card off Slime, so which means you can make like your offensive boards into defensive boards. So that's why this card is really chill. I'm not playing one Anganir because if your opponent has... found myself in situations where if my opponent had macro or something, I couldn't deal with it. So I was like, I originally was playing Deadmains, but I found that as soon as you made that and you popped the macro, you didn't actually have any Greydles to use anymore. So I just felt like Anganir was like the best choice. And honestly, I wouldn't play anything over this. Because when your opponent has macro and you have 2 Greydles, not a good time to have Greydles. So you just make this. I don't know. And honestly, you don't really want to like synchro and make Greydle Dragon with that, even if you can pop the macro, because now your slime gets banished. So yeah. And we're playing one Ramsey because Ramsey is pretty chill and he can banish shit. So. Double Dweller, because why would you not play Double Dweller? And it's really good against Cosmo, and also like I said, it can boost your shit. So I don't know. It might go to 1 just because I don't really make 2 a lot, but I haven't come up to a match where I had to make 2. Diamond Dire, Castel, Honoric. I probably want to play a second one of one of these 3. No, one of these 2. I don't really want to play second Honoric, even though this card's pretty legit. And then 1 Rebellion, because I found myself in a situation last week with Yugioh where my opponent made Majesty's Fiend, and I actually had no way over it. So, like, because I wasn't playing this card, so I had no way over it. I could make a rank 4 too. So, and that's why I felt like I need this card. And this deck, like, it functions like Yugioh, except like, not better, not worse, but, like, it's you can play slow or fast, or whatever you want to. Like, you can change your offensive, aggressive boards into defensive floating boards, so it's definitely a more flexible deck. I don't know if it's better or worse than Yugioh, but I don't know, it works right now. And then 1 Amaterasu, because Amaterasu is pretty legit, and why would you not play this? And it can do just so much shit, so. Like, I've had times where you can make Amaterasu and you just recycle so many damage jugglers that you're most likely winning. Like, of course our clan engine isn't super extensive, so we don't have that many searches off of Amaterasu, but, like, I cannot preach how good this card is. Being able to, like, infinitely bring back Warrior Lady is, like, what the hell? You can poke through boards with this card and a Warrior Lady, which is, like, what the hell? What the hell? Or you can poke through it with Greydles, and this, and if you have your Warrior Lady banished already, then you can just summon that and then poke in with that. So, like, you can steal whole boards with, like, roughly 2 cards. And, like, the cards that takes you to make this. But that's not even hard because you play Norden and Clowns. So, I don't know. This card's pretty simple. The cards I kind of wanted to play. I kind of wanted to play Wonder One, but I didn't play enough Magicians or Spellcasters. So, I felt like that was kind of out of hand. I wanted to play Gigabyte, but I don't actually own one. And I wanted to play King of Fairy Limps engine, for that matter. We don't play anything really with Zero, but I don't know. Like Zero defense, so we can't exactly like abuse that like Masked Chameleon. So I wasn't intending to play it though. So, but like I guess thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And yeah, this is the Phantom Amma signing out.